Africa is home to 1.4 billion people, 30% of the world's resources, and a $3 trillion economy. Yet, it contributes less than 3% to global trade. How can a continent so rich still be so poor? Today, we'll break down Africa's economy by the numbers: the debt, the resources, the trade, and the future that could redefine the global economy. Africa's combined GDP is about $3 trillion in 2025, making it roughly the size of India's economy in 2008. Nigeria, Egypt, and South Africa lead the pack, contributing over 50% of that GDP. But the average African income is still just around $2,000 per person, far below the world average of $13,000. This mismatch is the foundation of Africa's paradox. From cobalt in the Congo to oil in Nigeria to gold in South Africa, Africa holds 30% of the world's mineral reserves. For example, 70% of global cobalt, critical for electric vehicle batteries, comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, yet raw resources leave the continent while the value-added profits go abroad. Africa's external debt stands at over $1.1 trillion. On average, African governments spend 17% of their revenue servicing debt. China is a major lender, holding about 12% of Africa's debt. Meanwhile, institutions like the IMF and World Bank account for another 25%. This means every African effectively owes nearly $800. In 2024, Africa's trade with China hit $282 billion, compared to just $44 billion with the United States. The African Continental Free Trade Area, or AFCFTA, aims to create the world's largest single market by population, but implementation has been slow. If successful, it could lift 30 million people out of poverty. Africa is the youngest continent. The median age is just 19. By 2050, 1 in every 4 people on Earth will be African. Nigeria alone will have 400 million people, making it the 3rd most populous country in the world. This youth bulge could be Africa's biggest asset or its biggest risk, depending on jobs, education, and technology access. With the right policies, Africa could become the world's next growth engine. McKinsey estimates Africa's consumer spending could reach $2.5 trillion by 2030. Investments in renewable energy, digital technology, and manufacturing could turn Africa into the world's factory for green growth. But without reforms, corruption and instability could waste the opportunity. Africa stands at a crossroads. $3 trillion today, potentially $10 trillion in the next 25 years. The numbers tell us the future is possible, but only if Africans seize it. What do you think? Will Africa become the world's next economic giant? Or will the numbers remain just noise? Subscribe to Numbers Over Noise for more data-driven breakdowns, and let's cut through the noise together.